What's up, everybody? Before we get started this week, this episode is brought to you by the one and only Studio Mind. Because here at Studio Mind, we're all about bringing your ideas to life your way.
That's right. Whether it's recording and mixing your next big track, producing videos with cinematic drone shots, or creating social media content that feels authentic, Studio Mind's got you covered.
And you know that when you come to Studio Mind, you're getting a quality product. Not only do they specialize in podcasts, it's also commercials, photography, audio, video, so much more.
The list goes on and on. Whatever you're dreaming of, we'll help you make it happen seamlessly and stress-free.
Guys, check out Studio Mind, because at Studio Mind, we'll create something amazing together.
Back to the show.
Hey, everybody.
Good morning, yeah.
And welcome back to another episode of When I Wake Up, the podcast. The only thing better than 24 is episode 25.
I was going to do it.
And, well, you can now.
Go ahead.
But, you know. So, we're happy to have you guys here.
Yeah.
Second episode of the new year.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing well. We have probably our most important guest we've ever had. Ever.
Probably not.
Back in better than ever, dude. He hasn't been on since.
Back in bed.
Yeah.
Than ever.
Since like the fucking second or third episode, dude. Back like 3 years ago because we're such pieces of shit. Who is it?
We have the founder, owner, operator, extraordinaire of the one and only Studio Mind, recording and multimedia studio located in Ohio. The one and only, needs no further introduction, Mr. Sean Henzey.
What's up, everybody?
Let's give it up.
Hey, this is Jimmy Fallon. Hey, this is Jimmy Fallon.
Hey.
Um,
So you own a studio? That's crazy.
what's up, dude?
Nothing.
How you
What's up
doing?
with you? Tanner said we're gonna fight on this podcast. So.
It's upsetting though because he's the only one wearing headphones, and I just want to point it out that he does look weird because he's not wearing headphones.
No headphones for me.
Yeah, now that it's been pointed out, we can move on and we can continue. So, good morning, yeah.
Good morning, yeah.
Yeah. Sean Henzey, dude, he kind of stinks, but he's great, dude. Yeah. No, in all seriousness, I will be part owner of this place someday. That's why I put all this work in.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, no, but seriously, because you guys were doing it way before, like you guys were friends way before I even started coming out here and trying to do the band shit. Talk about where you guys were recording, you know, when you first started to what it looks like in here now, because it looks like, you know, the fucking bee's knees in here now. So
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple iterations, a few that I weren't even a part of, that I wasn't a part of, but there was a setup in my house that you knew about. There was a setup at Sean's neighbor's house.
I think your setup was first generation right there.
Yeah, it was closet doors with mattress padding on it to make a booth and the whole nine. I was telling Tanner at the time, I didn't understand. I don't like the furthest of my knowledge was like noise gate, and that was about it. So the software and the DAW that I was using always had a latency that I couldn't fix. So there was like a 3-second delay.
I remember that.
So you better do your take on time.
Yeah.
So we can adjust it on time.
so dumb.
Dude, I didn't know anything back then. Brad was getting me into it.
Like snap to grid, you can change. Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew it, but yeah.
Well, you didn't have a computer, nothing back then?
I don't think I had a computer yet.
I think you still
Were
had
you drumming yet, though? You were drumming.
I was like probably close to the start.
I remember you having that. It wasn't a Chromebook, but it was a laptop
Oh yeah, from high school.
where
Yeah,
the entire screen swiveled.
yeah. Because the high
one of
school I used
those
to went
where you
to,
can flip it over and it's like an iPad.
the high school I went to, fucking they would whoops, they would give you computers because like everything was electronic. They
What high
were
school?
like paperless.
What high school?
Benedictine.
Oh, that was when you were a little Catholic boy.
But you got, but,
Yeah.
but you got to think they were going paperless in like 2011.
Yeah.
Not like my
Yeah,
sister.
they were like one of the first
Yeah.
ones.
So there was my place, and then there was the Henzey residence in the basement. The booth was under the stairwell, going to the basement.
Was it just like studs on concrete? Is that what it looked like? Or was it like a full, was it like actually
It was like a
finished?
wood stair set, and then studs. So it's like
So, but it was closed off though? Or was it open?
To the best of our
You just did it right there.
well, we closed it off with like with mattress pads. I think.
mattress pads, and then the padding that goes under carpet.
Yep.
It probably worked good.
It worked
Wasn't-
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Like looking back on it, like it did dampen a lot until the furnace kicked on.
Yeah.
It's like, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, basements. I forgot about that.
I remember some of the first people that ever came through were just covering, like we would make some sort of beat somehow, because we used different programs, and then we melded minds.
Yeah.
And I remember a kid that we actually all know, we went to school with for a little while. He came over and did a freestyle, and we thought it was the coolest thing. All he did was do a Wiz Khalifa song over a beat that we made. But like hearing him do it with confidence, because it was already written, and then us kind of making a beat, we were like, dude,
Yeah.
This
like,
is the
this
coolest
is
thing
awesome.
ever.
You did it. Yeah. You guys were doing it.
We were both making dubstep around then. That was
Not well, but
not well. That was pretty interesting.
it was fun.
I mean,
It's not.
That's also another like contributing factor. to
That's
why I'm
the
into
original
music.
brain rot right there. You guys were just
Yeah, but it's I mean,
trying to
back
make the
then,
beats.
You smoke weed and you listen to dubstep and you're like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
what were those
It's just
called?
farting on the beat, dude. It's just
Yeah.
And then you also had a file. What were those called? They were just tracks. They were just songs that you were supposed to listen to, and you would get high from listening to it.
Yeah, it was like
Not a
Euphoria tracks or
not
something.
a-
like,
yeah, it was something weird.
not a
I don't know.
binaural beat, but it was something close to that.
I forget what they.
Like there, the
They were just frequencies. It was like, boo.
and you would listen to it, and there was one.
Rating, yeah.
And there was one time I remember where we looked at each other, both lying out of our ass, like I kind of feel high right now.
Oh, I'm fucked up.
From listening to fucking 458 hertz.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, noises.
Okay, but then it went from at his house to the house when everybody moved in on Columbia,
Yeah,
which looked like what? What did that look
Nah,
like?
Yeah, I mean,
Was that the worst setup?
it was cool for what it was. Like if there was like a home movie of that, that'd be a cool home movie, because
yeah, probably.
it
You
was
don't
all
have any videos of you guys doing anything back then?
one or two,
so,
but like just
maybe.
clips. But like everything had its place, but there was something everywhere.
Yes.
Like you got to remember, there was someone living in the crawl space above the garage, and everything was in the garage. So like,
That won't
Oh, the
implicate
studio
me
was in the
full
garage.
lawsuit anymore.
yeah.
Wait, what did
like,
you say?
No, nothing.
I didn't even hear him. That was an honest. I don't know. But like, no, it was really cool. And you got to think, dude. Like the oldest person that was there, besides Matthew, the oldest person that was there was like 22.
Yeah.
So like, we just thought it was sick, because like there was that like pure honest thing of like we're doing it.
Well, and it was like the first house that you were living outside of the parents' house too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I wasn't there, I was just there as often as I could be, and I think like Danny took a couple classes and things like that, but never for like production or engineering or recording. And Sean was the only one that was actually going for it.
You were going when you were living in that house?
Yeah.
All of us had like as much YouTube and book information as possible, and like hands-on experience, but nothing like that. So that was like, because there was also a period of time, because Sean left that school, he came back, and like we definitely didn't stop being friends or like separate, but like there was another iteration of the basement where bands are being formed, demos are being made. One that I still have that I got to find somewhere with AJ singing called Fresh Grass Revival.
With AJ
Pull that out of
singing.
the archive.
That can't be too good.
And you know what? Half of it, I mean, there were still bands that were playing up until that house. Like, they weren't bad groups. They were just the first bands with the friends.
Yeah. Well, and that's when you were drumming. Were you drumming a lot back then? You were drumming a lot more.
Yeah.
The kid that I played
That's when you were
forever.
trying to. Yeah, you guys were doing shows back then. You're just a little shrimp gang boy.
Yeah.
That kid that I played.
That's when you were going to Aces and stuff? That's back at that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when that kit that I played for the longest time, that gray one, they used to have all the stickers on it on the front. Yeah, that was his. That was his first kit.
Yep.
How many nut sacks were on that drum?
Not enough.
No?
Because I think it went from him to Danny.
Yeah.
And then when Danny moved, he kind of left it behind. He could have taken it with him. Because like it always had, it didn't have like it didn't smell like shit.
That's not a thing that happens.
But there's also
in
like
Homestead
6
Falls.
dudes living in there, so
Yeah,
it
like,
always smelled bad. Anyways.
It never really smelled like actual shit. But there was 6 20-somethings living there. Barely.
6?
Well, there was... Well,
Probably 4 or 5.
well, 5 at least. Both Sean's, Zach,
Matt,
and Eric.
what a time to be alive.
And then everyone was still super young, so life hasn't happened yet. So if all of them invite 3 people...
Yeah, he was still wearing diapers, I think.
Dude, I stopped...
That
That summer, I stopped wearing diapers. Like, it was a big year for diapers.
Still wearing pull-ups.
Big year.
I mean, that's how I met Danny.
So I wanted to do a little exercise with you.
Oh, great.
I want you to...
I can't hear any of the noises. I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted you to be wearing headphones.
Oh, I don't give a shit. It's more funny this way.
I want you to act like you're like pitching yourself to me, like why we need to come.
Listen here, Tanner.
Yeah, let's get, and even get into character, dude. Use a different voice, whatever you got to do. I just want you to
Get into character.
Let me hear your studio mind pitch to the world. All right, no pressure.
Oh.
Why am I on my own angle? Right
This
now?
is how the podcast works, dude. It's my
What's
show.
up, everybody?
Hey, it's Jimmy Fallon. All right, go ahead.
What am I doing? What?
You're telling. I guess I really.
I heard that one.
Yeah. The quietest one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really explain it very well, I guess.
No, yeah. What are you talking about?
So just act like we're like executives, and you're trying to make us invest in your business, and you want us to really understand the value of Studio Mind in the community that we live. Its location, you know what I mean? If you build it, they'll come. Loads, and this, that, and the other thing. So go ahead. And then we'll get into the next topics.
Well,
However you want to start, dude. Just
what do you want me to say? Who am I pitching to here? You?
we are executives. You want us to invest in your company.
Well, I'm not wearing the right clothes.
He is the CFO of Atlantic Records. And
Well, I'm not going to be nice then.
And
You
then
do whatever you feel like you need to do.
and then I
I don't
am
think I should be in this meeting. Can I leave?
and then I am majority investor of a local record label in Kentucky called Funeral Party. Looking to expand our clientele list to a consistent engineer producer relationship.
And
We're
so, and then
same
the vibe we
studio.
got going here is he's the guy that makes you feel comfortable, and I'm the guy that makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay.
I took you out to lunch, and he's the reason I could do that. You see what I mean? Like I took
understand.
you to lunch. He wasn't there. He signs my checks.
Yeah.
So
I'm daddy.
I laugh at everything. I have to laugh at everything he says.
He stuttered when I said that I'm daddy. That's
Dude, he's funny, and that's real.
Oh my lord!
holy shit. All right. So without further ado, hurry the fuck up. It could be 30 seconds or less, dude. I just want to fucking, you know what I mean?
Follow Studio Mind.
Give it to me.
There, that is my pitch.
Piece of goddamn shit. All right, in the fucking real world, not at Studio Mind, right?
Yeah.
Shit just fucking keeps hitting the fan, dude. Splattering all over town.
92.3.
Right? The fan.
Man.
That's right. Give me a call, 216. What is it? I can't remember now. I just remember the last four. All right, anyway, fuck.
818-412-0092.
No,
0092.
that's not it. Good try, though.
866-903.
So, no, I just thought this was really funny. Not funny. Sorry. President Carter died a couple weeks ago, right?
I was literally just gonna laugh myself. But, I mean, it's not funny.
He was
but,
100.
Yeah.
He was 100 years old. I remember in the summertime, it was his birthday, and they had, they were showing stuff on TV of him, and they roll him out on a wheelchair, and he's not even moving. Doesn't even move. He looks like the little shriveled up thing from the episode of SpongeBob. Chocolate. That fucking thing. That's what he looked like. Yeah. And so they just had the funeral Tuesday. Is that when it was?
I don't know.
Or Wednesday or Thursday. One of those days.
Or Monday.
They had the funeral for President Carter. And it's just funny, like how they portray themselves hating each other. And then there's a video of Obama and Trump sitting next to each other, and they're just chopping it up, and Obama's just cracking up, laughing, having a good old time the whole time. And I just wanted you to see it. And it's really funny, too, because I'm pretty sure they put the camera on Kamala, and she sees them talking, and she gets pissed as fuck, dude. And you can see it on her face. It's so funny. I was wondering, though.
No, see, like, we're all thinking, like, oh, yeah, they're probably, like, talking about something.
They're really not, though. They're just chopping it up.
Yeah, that might be, he's like,
Here's the bushes.
oh, how's the kids? Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and
It's
Trump's
going,
funny as
pretty
fuck,
good.
too, actually, though. You know what I mean? So he probably did say something funny.
Is that what I think it is behind him?
Who? Pence?
Is that Pence?
Yeah, Pence was right behind him.
Why do all old
Look
white...
at Bush.
Why do all old
Let
white...
me eat this drive.
That's not George, is it?
Yeah. Look at him.
That's not his dad. That's George.
No, his dad
No,
died last year, right? Or the year before?
Okay, well, I mean, apple doesn't fall far from the George tree, apparently.
He was old as fuck.
I thought
too.
it was his dad.
See, now they're probably talking about something.
See, and the thing, no, he would be covering his face up or something like a fucking NFL coach.
No, see, Trump's like, I'm going to build the wall. He's like, yeah, well, I was going to try to do it. Wouldn't let me. So I just bombed some kids.
And then Obama's just like, he just. But anyway, this is too long of a video.
There's Hillary.
But what's really happening is they're looking at each other like, no one really thought that either of us would get in or get in twice.
Right.
Like,
what I thought was weird, though, and they didn't leave a seat open either, so they definitely didn't think she was coming. Where's Big Mike? Where's Big Mike at?
So funny you
probably,
call him Big Mike.
They didn't even leave a seat open for her. Where's she at, dude? That's weird.
making sure kids aren't fat.
Let me look up what's going on with Big Mike. Is she okay?
Big Mike and the gang.
She probably had to watch the kids or something. Even though their kids are like adults now.
Why Michelle Obama skipped Jimmy Carter's funeral? Let's see.
Oh, because they're gonna know. Here.
I'm sure this is the truth.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesus. All 5 living presidents and their partners attended former President Jimmy Carter's funeral, except the one person, former First Lady, Big Mike.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Carter's life was celebrated. I want to know why she wasn't there. It's not entirely clear why the former First Lady was absent.
Duh.
However, CNN's chief national affairs correspondent, Jeff
Jeff's
Zennelly,
gonna know. Jeff's definitely gonna know.
Zellini.
reports it was due to an extended vacation in Hawaii.
Yeah.
By herself?
Nice.
Yeah.
Take a little
Nice job, Mike.
vacation.
By herself, dude. I'm told by her advisor, everybody, that's enough. I'm told by her advisors that she has scheduled conflicts. She's still in Hawaii. Okay.
She's like, I don't want to go.
Are they planning the next big wildfire event for Hawaii? Is that what they're doing?
No.
This summer.
This summer.
Um,
You thought an island couldn't get smaller.
That is really weird, though. I thought that was weird. I mean, most times, like, people like that, they're all there.
Well, it just shows she doesn't care. I mean, it's what it is.
He, she, whatever you want to say. Yeah,
They.
Big Mike absent
They.
from the President Carter funeral. R.I.P.
Or
Jimmy
they.
Carter. He's the guy who invented the peanut, right?
They invented the peanut. That's correct.
Jimmy Carter did.
No, it was.
I was about
Do you really
to
not
say,
know who?
what is going on?
Do you really not know?
First of all, nobody invented the peanut. It was a jockey.
Okay, but do you know who invented all the stuff that they use peanuts with? Like literally peanut butter, everything else.
It was somebody. I remember.
Mr. Peanut.
GWC, man.
Washington Carver.
Yeah.
He carves Washingtons.
Like when I looked it up, he made like 37 different things out of peanuts. And he got credit for it, obviously, but at the time you gotta think they were like, all right, like
All right, that's no more about the peanuts.
The peanut. Cracker
back
Jacks.
to Big Mike.
Back
To Big Peanut.
No, back to them making everyone think that they hate each other, even though they're probably all cool with each other. That's what I hate.
I don't know. I always just, yeah.
It's how most of our
I mean, it's probably more or less like meet it in the middle. I always feel that way.
it's how most
It's
of
like
our
they probably don't like,
conversations
they're
go.
probably not like chilling, but like when they see each other, they're probably, oh, what's up, man?
Yeah, but you think like
They understand the business part of it.
Yeah.
Trump and Hillary are saying what's up? You think
No,
so?
I think they like legitimately probably hate each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And she
saying.
still probably needs to get arrested, but I'm not trying to be political.
That's
but
not even her, dude. They already killed her. It's a
she
body
just
double.
did some crazy stuff. Honestly, recently I heard even more about it, and I was like, what? How is anybody allowed to do that and like not?
Pizza? I know.
Well, speculation's great because this is how most of our conversations go. Because it's like they understand the business of it, like they're chummy. Because do they probably hate each other in some way? Of course, but like what's what's that gonna do? Like if you're telling me you've never been cordial with somebody that you don't like, you'd be lying. But the Big Mike thing, see, that's where it gets interesting. Because if you are any first lady, not only do you have Secret Service and things like that for the rest of your life, if you're in Tokyo, you can get home. You can.
It said all
Like-
5 living presidents. Who's the 5th living president right now?
Wait, well,
I mean, Joe Biden was sitting.
Oh, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He's not living, but okay. What the fuck? That's why I didn't think about him. He's not even alive.
but like that's where like if him and I disagree, we find that mutual ground. It's like, do we know the logistics of how the most elite and powerful people travel and commute and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Obviously we don't. And if we barely believe this, if they release that information, you probably wouldn't want to believe that either. But like, do I think if you were fucking anywhere in the world
I'll fuck you.
and you were and you were a president, you know what I mean? Sorry.
He's not ready, dude. He wasn't ready.
Like, do I think you could get anywhere you wanted to? At least like
Joy
get
Taylor
it
style.
out there in a moment's notice, and they're like, got it. Give us 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Give us 4 hours. If you're in Hawaii, you're in a state. You're in a territory of the United States, and you can't make it back.
Speaking of that,
What do you guys think about Trump trying to buy Greenland?
This episode is brought to you by Shoreline Shine Mobile Detailing, the premier mobile detailing service in Northeast Ohio. If your car's so dirty, the kids are using it to write "wash me," you know, with their dirty fingers, it's time to call these guys.
and I'm being dead serious, if your car, truck, SUV, or even your boat is looking like it's been through the apocalypse, Shoreline Shine is here to save the day. They'll make your ride so clean, you'll be afraid to drive it in the rain, dude.
Don't drive it in the rain. They bring professional, high quality detailing services directly to your driveway. That's right. They come to you. No awkward small talk in the waiting room while you sip stale coffee. You just sit back, you relax, and you watch them work their Shoreline Shine magic.
From deep interior cleaning to paint correction and even premium
Premium
boat detailing, Shoreline Shine does it all. Plus, they offer add-ons like pet hair removal because your dog might love the car, but it doesn't have to smell like a fur factory.
For real. But guys, the best part, their services start at just $65.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not lying to you. That's cheaper than therapy for the heartbreak you'll feel after looking at your dirty car.
Yeah, because it's gross.
Whether you're going for a simple wash or their ultimate full detail package, the UFDP, Shoreline Shine will have your ride looking so good, you'll consider charging people just to sit down in it.
How much?
More than $65.
Are you ready to bring the shine back to your ride?
God knows I am.
Book your appointment today then by calling 440-850-6362 or check them out on Instagram at Shoreline Shine 440 to see their incredible transformations. You're going to love it. I guarantee it.
Come on. It's Shoreline Shine Mobile Detailing, where they bring the shine to your ride, even if it's been through a mudslide.
That's right. Now back to the show. But he's trying to buy that too?
Yeah.
Buy Greenland?
Yeah, he's gonna buy Greenland, and he wants the Panama Canal, and
He said that he
was
wants to
talking
make
about
Canada.
Yeah,
make
it's
Ca-
not gonna
That's
happen.
not going to. They can't.
But he
Danny
got
is
Trudeau
not going to like
fired.
this.
Huh?
He's gone, Trudeau.
He stepped down.
Yeah.
Yeah, piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. That is insane. That won't happen, but that'd be so funny.
He probably will buy Greenland. I wouldn't. Yeah.
But what's that going to do?
I mean, there's like 30,000 or 50,000 people that live there. It's like not even that. Denmark owns it, and I don't know.
Damn,
We gave it away, I
wanna
guess,
go to
or
Greenland.
something.
Isn't it up there by like Ireland and shit?
Yeah,
It's ice.
Iceland is where you want to go.
Yeah.
Greenland
Oh, it's
is
opposite.
yeah,
Yeah, they
opposite.
named them the opposite names. That's good. Really smart.
I'm pretty sure it has like a bunch of like good minerals, and I think like I don't know. There's like a backstory behind it all. I'm not
Are
gonna
you
get
gonna mine
all
for
into it.
batteries over there?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to remember. It's somewhere up there though. That is a zero drug policy. Maybe it's Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
They don't mess around.
They have literally zero crime. None.
We'll see.
Well,
Until
at
Big
least
Mike
that's what
shows
they
up.
say, you know.
But like before I move on, no, that's what's great because that's where like even if you like we all disagree, she could have made it. She could have made it.
No, it just she definitely doesn't.
She
care.
probably
And-
wasn't looking too feminine that day, and that's why.
and I don't care. Like, and this is on Yahoo. It's on Yahoo, and they're reporting from CNN. So, whatever side you tote, whatever, doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. You could have made it, and if it's a vacation, you could have made it. Like, unless you're getting like cancer treatment or you're having surgery.
And on a final note, I don't have a problem with people being transgender, okay? But if you're lying and hiding it, then that's where the problem lies. And that's all I wanted to say about that. You agree or no? Say aye.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay, good.
I don't want to talk about that.
Don't want to talk about it.
So we talked about this on the last episode, but there's more stuff about it. Some more stuff. A couple extra stuff about it. And Sean's got some things that he was listening to and talking about with me. I just wanted him to spew some of that information about the Cybertruck blowing up at Trump Hotel in Vegas.
This is weird. Super weird.
Well, I mean, sure. Yeah, it's not normal, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like with the Louisiana thing, I mean, that was like super self-explanatory. I mean, terrible. You know,
Well,
it's
yeah, I mean,
like you know, it's like
Yeah, but it's not
Story's over,
self-explanatory.
like
though.
the United
do
States
you mean?
wouldn't be what it is today without the Louisiana Purchase. I agree, but
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shout out to fucking Alexander Hamilton.
No, I'm just saying like they figured that out one like pretty quick, and like there could be like a weird backstory with that one too, but
Yeah, because what makes people do stuff like that?
yeah, that's just
He was
yeah,
a
it's like the
well-off
school
person that
shooters
was
and-
doing totally fine and
Yeah.
nothing was wrong with his life, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna drive my car past these cops and run people over on this. Happy New Year.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all.
Like some people are obviously troubled and stuff like that. Like,
I don't know, man.
see,
But like the
that's
Cybertruck thing is just super weird. Like it didn't do anything. Like what was the purpose?
That's what I mean.
The Cybertruck hardly was
Well,
like
and
damaged. I mean,
I didn't know either the first time we were talking about it that it was rented. They didn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
like his vehicle.
yeah, it was
He
rented.
rented it and then did it in that on purpose, probably thinking that it wouldn't have actually hurt anything.
there's a lot that doesn't make sense because the article that we read, there was passengers in it,
Yeah, and there weren't.
and then it said that they were fine, okay, and that the driver died from a self-inflicted gunshot. Cool. So the driver killed himself. Let's just say that,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote, and then the quote unquote passengers that were in the car of the Cybertruck, that looks like the end of like a joke, like what was like the cigar that explodes in the cartoons.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, and they're fine. And then circle back, all the paper and plastic that identified the driver. You know, the stuff that burns pretty easily.
I was
Yeah.
talking to my sister about this, and
Like-
she made a great point too about the ID and the passport thing. Unless you are planning on leaving the country or you came from out of country, which I don't think he did. But like some people do use their passports for stuff if they don't have an ID. Like they'll use that as their form of identification. But you don't do both. So it's if you have one, you don't have the other. That's why you know what I mean. And I was like,
This is weird. Yeah.
I didn't think about that at all.
And then he sent an email supposedly to the FBI or something.
Yeah, so
Of
that's
gravatic drone program. by
And
the
again,
Chinese.
it's not to like try to make it something else or like loosely defend it, but it's like there's a small like demographic of people. Maybe we've met a few that would carry both. That are just weird like that.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
people that have a driver's license but refuse to show it. They're to show a passport. Like people like that, they're like, I'll show you my debit card. Like, there you go. Like those people that like have insurance, they get pulled over and they're like, can we see your insurance? And they're like, why? Those people I can't align with.
It's so funny. You read this article and the FBI agent that apparently got the email. He's like, yeah, it is. We confirmed that he sent it, but we didn't look at it. What are you talking about? You didn't look at it.
Oh, but this is what it said, by the way.
Why wouldn't you look at it? You think your computer's gonna explode if you click on it? What the fuck?
It also sounds like if you had a driver's license and a passport, you said you didn't think that he came from out of the country and into the country. I mean, if you want to speculate anything, it sounds like it was made for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
If that survived, I mean, we just said the likelihood of carrying everything.
Oh, okay. Here you go. On the podcast, Shoemate read the email on the podcast. In it,
Yeah, I don't know what podcast they're talking about.
Livelsberger theorized that he supported drone sightings in New Jersey that were actually Chinese gravitic propulsion systems, posing an extreme national security threat. He also brought attention to 2019 U.S. airstrikes in Afghanistan that allegedly caused significant civilian casualties, warning of the risk of another world war. Livelsberger, an Army Green Beret, who deployed twice in Afghanistan and lived in Colorado Springs, expressed concern that he was being tracked by the federal government and asked that he be in touch with Sean's podcast. Sean is the FBI agent?
I don't know, or if that's the podcast host. Yeah, Sean Ryan show.
Okay. Sean paused the interview to check his inbox to see if Livelsberger wrote to the show as well. Sean said he did and then read the email from him. He wanted Sean to interview him in person over Zoom to blow the whistle on our activities in a certain place. He said he could do so on December 31st, but afterward he'd be leaving. They still didn't say really anything that he actually said in the email. So that's really fucking awesome, and I love that. Do we need to watch the podcast?
Maybe.
So, but what is that? What do the drones have anything to do with him blowing the truck up and shooting himself in the head for? What do the Chinese drones have to do with that?
No, I don't
You
know.
got to think,
That's
dude,
what I'm just saying. Is really weird. I mean,
what people
I
value.
think they're just fucking adding more fucking. They're just throwing gas on the fire.
Well, I think what we're
or are they trying to like? It could either be that, where they're just like, oh, here's a bunch of things, like,
what
that
people
don't make sense, or they're just
That's what That's
or,
what it most likely is. Go ahead.
You think?
No,
I
I
think so.
I think we're underestimating what people value and what they'll do to protect it. You could have just known something.
Yeah, you probably knew something.
What we just
What was everything? Everybody's like.
Well, yeah. I mean, he said that he thought people were following him, so maybe yeah.
well, like what we just read in that article, like I'm sure people knew about it. It sounds like he knew a lot of need to know and shut up. It sounds like a lot of compromised intelligence.
Yeah.
That when we read it, it doesn't seem crazy to us. So now they have to be like, no.
So then he didn't get to blow the whistle technically. So he's like, okay, how can I cause a scene?
Oh, and he just
so people
shot
can-
himself in the head and then just
with
blew up his
in a
car.
Tesla truck
Yep.
at the bottom of the Trump hotel. That's a lot of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Makes no sense.
And like
It's like a movie. You know what I mean? They did that all on purpose.
the very thin margin where I was trying to say, like, because you and I traveled for work recently. Like, you go anywhere, you travel a lot. There's people everywhere. Like, there's some kooky, crazy, deeply upset and bothered people everywhere.
I'm honestly surprised it doesn't happen more.
When I go to Columbus,
People know things and kill themselves.
No, just like in general, like he's saying, there's so many people in the world. Like, why doesn't more crazy stuff happen?
Because
it's kind of crazy.
That's all I make that point all the time is that it's mostly bullshit. Most people don't give a fuck about nothing and they're just living.
Well, I agree with that. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily bullshit. Like,
every time I
65%
every
of it
time
is.
I travel further than like 4 hours by car, I'm like, people live here. Like they started life here, they moved here, they did whatever. Yeah, there's just so many people. I don't know. I think we talked about it a lot with stories like this. I think he was made an example of by somebody, clearly, because if it wasn't done to him and he actually executed it, no pun intended, and did it, yeah, like that either means who was following you could do that or worse, or because listen, man, if you work a job and you think you're getting fired, like your mind plays the craziest tricks on you. if someone like whether you're dating somebody or someone in your family is mad at you and you guys aren't talking, your mind goes crazy places.
yeah.
Now imagine you're a Green Beret and
Oh, dude, yeah.
you know anything. You've seen
Well, I didn't know he was a
you've
fucking
seen.
Green Beret until
Like-
right now either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he was just some random dude.
It's a major detail
And
of
that's
the
like-
fucking story.
Shout out to Parasite TV.
Yeah.
Watch him.
I think it's pronounced Parasite TV.
Is it?
It's like,
Yeah.
it's Parasite.
It's like SYP. Yeah,
it's-
PSYKE something or something.
Don't try to spell.
Dude, I'm the worst at spelling.
Please don't do that ever
I'm the
again.
worst at spelling.
It's Parasite TV.
I got this B you should meet.
But
Might help you
the Clinton kill list the video that he put out recently,
Have you watched any of those?
dude, it's wild. And I'm not even gonna say I believe them all,
Just gonna bring it
but
down.
it's just like they're all very, very, very weird.
Oh yeah, and it's
Super
just,
weird. This is like weird in general. Like it doesn't even like
And that
half
guy-
of them. She's like they're not even really involved, but it's just like weird.
just people dying that
Yeah.
have something to do with them.
Like
Yeah.
how many people do you know that have gotten murdered?
0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like the Clintons know like
150.
yeah, it's something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well-
it's like I get it, you're a high profile person, but like that's
I mean, she was chopping people's faces off and wearing them and stuff.
Well,
you believe that video.
the thing I'll say is you got to remember too, like if you've noticed this recently, what's a big like trend across all industries right now? It's breaking the third wall. It's you're buying socks or you're going grocery shopping and they're like, we're not like everywhere else. And they'll explain everything that they do to give you the illusion of like information and like, interest. There's also an industry of information being released. And there's always been an industry of what they don't want you to know.
Yes.
So if this is what's out there being said, what they don't want you to know, and they say, look at all these 157 coincidences. It's probably happened more than that
Yeah.
by them, let alone
I
all
truly
the time.
believe, and like this is, I'll call out Tanner a little bit, but I truly believe that like they put like a bunch of conspiracies out there to dilute all the conspiracies.
Yes.
Which I know you believe that, but some of the ones that you believe in, I think are the ones that are the diluted ones on purpose.
Sorry.
Sorry about it, dude.
I'm not. You don't need to say sorry to me. You can say sorry to yourself.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
There's worse ones, like the ones like people that think dinosaurs never existed.
Yeah, I can't get behind.
There's like a lot of people who think like real things don't exist.
What? Like what?
Like there's people out there who think the Holocaust didn't exist.
Oh yeah, that is insane.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like people that, like the dinosaurs thing.
I can't really think of anything else.
I think there's probably a few more.
The Holocaust one is the biggest one.
I mean, the big one.
That's
that
just
didn't
weird.
happen.
Like, how can you think that didn't happen?
Clearly, it's not as loud and hasn't picked up that much steam. But there was that the documentary series called The Zeitgeist.
Oh,
you remember that?
Yeah, they're all up. They used to all be on Netflix.
Yeah.
Now they're not. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't think I ever watched it.
people think that Jesus wasn't Jesus or it wasn't as depicted.
well, there's technically no proof that he existed, but
Yeah.
I thought there was.
nope.
I thought there was more proof that he existed then. Well, it's like the same thing with Noah's Ark. Supposedly they found that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Tanner.
it's like
Did they find the carcasses of all the rhinos and giraffes and monkeys?
No, they
and
found like the
cheetahs?
boat.
Okay. Well,
or just like stuff like that, like But there's between here and the airport, there's 37 churches, so like it hasn't caught on like that, but.
Dude, those are really good. If you can find those anywhere, watch those. They're just really long. The first one's like 3 hours long, and it talks about the start of religion, and it's like basically that it's all about the sun, and it's not about a person. It's about the sun.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with that.
Like he was like
The
He was
time where he was born, and then dead for 3 days. It's all based on like the winter solstice and all that shit and all that stuff. So that's most likely what it is. It wasn't a guy.
It's also, I mean, they taught us this in Catholic school, which is funny. Because I'm pretty sure my teacher wasn't Catholic, but taught theology at a Catholic school.
That's great.
Super interesting.
Good.
But one of the first things we learned on like day one of the class, which made me like not like religion even more than I already did.
You're not gonna drink that?
Was
sponsored by
have you ever
Buckeye.
played the telephone game?
Yeah.
That's how the Bible was written down.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the longest telephone game. Like before it was written down, after all the stories, it was like multiple generations.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if we just told a story right here, I mean, it would be completely different by the end of it.
And then not only that, the doctrine, the Bible that we have now has been fully fucking redacted and things taken out of it and shit. That's not.
Yeah, a lot of them are different.
Completely.
Because the first time it was transcribed, it's in a language that no one can read or write anymore.
I know, I get that.
No, so like literally, it was being translated from a language that died.
Yeah, and they're trying to remember and try to figure out.
Imagine saying the word "the" and you're like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah.
What did you? I don't know what that is.
That's where I put up the picture of SpongeBob writing "the."
Yeah,
And he's starting the essay.
you should.
Yeah, I will.
Like, imagine someone reading that and they're like,
Something that I thought was absolutely hilarious, which is the next topic we were going to discuss about the all the wildfires in LA yet again.
No,
Too
it's
soon?
They're
very, very soon, very soon. No,
I was like, it's still going on, Brad.
a lot of bands that I like lost their homes and
Well,
Oh,
that's
I
what's
believe
great.
it.
That's
I
what's
believe
good
it.
about this video. So they're doing like a briefing at the White House today about it. And Biden hands it over to Harris to talk about it, and he said, so you fire away. And then he said, no pun intended, and she like fucking looks over at him like, in front of all these fucking people, they're about to talk, and he makes a fire joke. when they're about to talk about the fires in L.A.
Okay.
Listen, you're not Trump, dude. Don't try to start acting cool and witty and funny now, dude. You've been
Okay.
wearing diapers for 4 years.
But just hear me out.
It was a pretty good joke
It took him 4.5 years, but he did it.
to make a good joke.
He did it. He
Give
did
him some
something.
credit.
He did something.
I hate
He's
her.
like, all right, I'm here.
I hate
And then
Now take it away.
and then Kamala says, "Indeed, like,
I hate
yeah,
her
you need
so
a
much.
job now." It's just so wild,
I hate her a lot.
so inconsiderate.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's given some sort of money to California or something to help him out, which is a good thing. He should be helping them out. But it's also funny because he didn't. Supposedly, he gave $750 checks to the people in like North Carolina, and then he's like trying to help way more with California.
It's probably gonna be the equivalent of that. It'll probably end up being that.
No, I don't think they're gonna give them money like checks. I think they're like, I don't know, it's something different.
I mean, they probably will to the people that lost all their homes and stuff. I'm
Well,
sure.
yeah, I think it's help to rebuild, but I don't think they're like directly giving them checks or anything. But it's just interesting that
It's like the same thing when it happened in Hawaii, when they didn't give any money really.
yeah.
But we're just sending more, just billions and trillions and zillions over to. Hey, you need some more over there, Ukraine? Ukraine?
You ever been a block outside of Edgewater? Like, why isn't that money coming to Cleveland? Like, can those billions of dollars come to Cleveland? You know, we haven't won a Super Bowl. You guys know that?
Well,
Talk about a house on fire.
Well, I saw some more shit on Instagram that they were putting up maps of like the safest place to live in the U.S. that doesn't have natural disasters and
we're
stuff.
one of the
And
top
there's
5.
like, just Ohio. There's like Columbus, Cincinnati, like all of the major cities in Ohio are all super safe. And
Yeah.
You know what the safest city in Ohio is? Drum roll.
this one, the one we're in, dude,
There's no drum roll button.
isn't it this one?
Nope.
No.
We don't have one. Here we go. It is Broadview Heights.
Oh,
Per capita, it's the safest city.
It's not bad out there.
Safest city in Ohio, and they're like top 10 in the country. Because per capita, it's like, I think they're like crime rate per population. It's like 30% lower than the national average. There's like, their crime rate's like 10%. It's almost single digits. And like most like suburbs are like good neighborhoods. It's like 12 to 16 or 17% because petty stuff happens, speeding, stuff like that. Yeah, they're like, yeah, no, you run stop signs and that's about it. Like,
Read a couple tickets.
all right, where is Broadview Heights? Is it West Side or
it's by work, kind of.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're going to like Hudson, Cuyahoga Falls.
All right, so since you didn't give us your spiel with the executives earlier, just tell us what's on the horizon for the studio and tell us what's up next.
I don't know what's on the horizon, Tanner.
You tell me, dude. I can't be the one that says everything. All right.
Apparently, you can walk to it.
No, we got a lot of things going on. We're trying to make it here. Life sucks, and it's hard to make a living being a small business owner.
So let's make it rock.
Being a small lake owner.
Shrimp gang. Yeah, we're just gonna keep expanding. We got some good things in the works. Past podcast room might get a little redesign eventually, but there's a bunch of other things that need to happen.
Not just doing music over here, folks, either.
Yeah, no.
A few different avenues that you can.
No. We need
branch
to
into
do
when you're
more and
here.
more music. We do a lot of music, but we need to do more of it.
Yeah. So all you people that fucking sit in your rooms and you're like, I want to do it in my room instead. Get the fuck over to the goddamn studio because it's better. We got water.
You got hand soap.
No, it's all about the experience, You want somebody to have a good time
Yeah.
and enjoy it, and feel like they're in their bedroom, but also professional atmosphere.
He's trying to take them back to their bedrooms.
But we totally understand it. A lot of people are broke right now. I'm not going to say why. It is what it is.
Fire away.
But you got to invest in yourself if you're trying to make it with music.
Giant eagle.
And,
nudge.
We all just have to remember that it's very hard to do it by yourself. And you can watch a bunch of YouTube videos all you want. But this guy went to school to do it.
Well, yeah, and yeah.
So
You can learn everything I learned on YouTube. But beside the point, if you are a band and you think you could do it yourself, I could save you a ton of time.
yeah, there you go.
And it won't be a headache.
There you go.
And it won't just suck because you're trying to figure it out the whole time. It's just easier.
And you'll have a good time coming here to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll do it like your way. So a lot of people think it's going to be like me telling you what to do, but a lot of the times I do what the client wants to do because ultimately it's your project. So it's like what
BK, have it your way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what you want to do. But,
It's professional service with a casual experience. You know what I mean?
we need more people to do podcasts here. We need
That's true.
more videos. We're going to doing stuff.
That'll start happening, I think, because that's one thing you can't really do on your own. So as much, bless you. God bless you. As much as people think they can do that on their own, that's real tough to do by yourself. So especially if you want it to look good and work, because we're on episode 25 and I still forget to do shit right. And we did an episode a couple weeks ago and I forgot to press record, so we had to do it a second time. Yeah. Exactly. So, all right. Well, that'll do it. Episode 25. You know what I mean? So, ready?
Wow, dude. That was very eventful.
And that's how you fucking do it, folks. All right.
And we'll be right back.
Hit it.